pie. And this is the moment my parents choose to tell me they're getting divorced.
Oh, my God.
Yes, yes. Very difficult to enjoy Thanksgiving dinner once you've seen it in reverse.
What does it mean to see your dinner in reverse? Uncover this and more hilarious friend secrets inside.
It's telling me you gotta pick a major. You gotta pick a major. So, on a dare, I picked paleontology. And you have no idea what I'm saying because, let's face it, you're a fetus. You're just happy you don't have gills anymore. Major. So, on a dare, I picked paleontology.
On a dare. On a dare means doing something because someone challenged you to do it, often something risky, silly, or bold. It implies that the action was not taken seriously or with much forethought, but rather to prove you are brave or adventurous enough to accept the challenge. He shaved his head on a dare from his friends before the wedding. This shows he did something extreme not because he wanted to, but because he was challenged.
You're just happy you don't have gills anymore.
You don't have gills anymore. This is a humorous and scientific reference Ross makes while talking to the fetus. Gills are what fish use to breathe. He's referring to an early stage of embryonic development where human fetuses have structures resembling gills. It's his nerdy way of saying, you're just a simple, undeveloped being right now. He's so obsessed with biology, he described his new baby as postcaudal appendage, which just means it no longer has a tail. This illustrates how someone might use overly scientific or technical terms to describe everyday things in a humorous way.
Faster with that?
Hey, I got one keyhole and about a zillion keys. You do the math.
Why do you guys have so many keys in there anyway?
For an emergency just like this?
Any faster with that?
Hey, I got one keyhole and about a zillion keys.
A zillion. A zillion is not a real number. It's a slang term used for hyperbole. It simply means a very, very large, uncountable amount. Joey uses it to emphasize how many keys he has to try, justifying why it's taking him so long to find the right one. I must have told you a zillion times to clean your room. It expresses frustration by exaggerating the number of times a request has been made.
About a zillion keys. You do the math.
You do the math. This is an idiom that means figure it out for yourself. It implies that the conclusion is obvious if one just thinks about the situation logically. Joey is telling Monica to calculate how long it would take to try a zillion keys in one keyhole, sarcastically suggesting she should understand his predicament. We have 3 days to write a 50-page report. You do the math. We're not sleeping. It prompts the listener to realize the obvious and difficult consequences of the situation.
Home, right?
Yeah.
And I assume, Chandler, you're still boycotting all the Pilgrim holidays.
Yes, every single one of them.
And Phoebe, you're gonna be with your grandma?
Yeah, and her boyfriend. But we're celebrating Thanksgiving in December because he's lunar.
Going home, right?
Yeah.
And I assume, Chandler, you're still boycotting all the Pilgrim holidays.
Boycotting all the Pilgrim holidays. This is a humorous exaggeration. Pilgrim holidays refers to Thanksgiving, linking it to the historical pilgrims. Boycotting means refusing to participate as a form of protest. Monica is jokingly asking Chandler if he's still maintaining his personal protest against the holiday due to his bad childhood memories associated with it. After their argument, he joked that he was boycotting all family game nights. It shows a humorous personal refusal to participate in an activity as a form of protest.
And her boyfriend. But we're celebrating Thanksgiving in December because he's lunar.
He's lunar? This is a quirky, Phoebe-style explanation. Lunar refers to the moon's cycles. She's implying her grandma's boyfriend follows a lunar calendar instead of the standard Gregorian calendar. This explains why their Thanksgiving is in December. It's not a common phrase, but rather a funny, eccentric way to describe someone who operates on a different schedule. My friend is so unpredictable. Sometimes I think she operates on a lunar cycle. This uses lunar metaphorically to describe someone who is moody or follows their own strange rhythms.
Does anybody want to split this with me?
Oh, I will.
You guys have to make a wish.
Make a wish?
Come on, you know, Thanksgiving. Ooh, you got the bigger half. What'd you wish for?
The bigger half.
With me?
Oh, I will.
You guys have to make a wish.
Make a wish with a wishbone. This refers to a popular Thanksgiving tradition in America. The Y-shaped bone from the turkey, called a wishbone, is dried. Two people each take one end, pull it, and make a wish. The person who gets the larger piece of the bone is believed to have their wish come true. After dinner, the kids always fight over who gets to pull the wishbone and make a wish. This highlights a common and playful family tradition during the Thanksgiving holiday.
Ooh, you got the bigger half. What'd you wish for?
The bigger half. This is a clever and witty response to the question, "What did you wish for?" Joey's wish was simply to win the wishbone pull itself. It's a joke, implying his desire was to get the bigger half, which he has just received. It shows a literal and humorous take on the tradition. When she asked what he wished for, he smiled and said, "For this moment." It describes a charming and witty response that avoids revealing the actual wish.
Story.
We've just finished this magnificent Thanksgiving dinner. I have, and I remember this part vividly, a mouthful of pumpkin pie. And this is the moment my parents choose to tell me they're getting divorced.
Oh my God.
Yes, yes, very difficult to enjoy Thanksgiving dinner once you've seen it in reverse. Pie. And this is the moment my parents choose to tell me they're getting divorced.
The moment my parents choose to tell me. Chandler's tone is deeply sarcastic and resentful. By emphasizing the word choose, he highlights the terrible timing of his parents' announcement. He implies they deliberately picked a moment that would ruin Thanksgiving for him forever, adding a layer of bitter humor to a painful memory. Of all the times to ask for a raise, he chooses the day the company announced budget cuts. This highlights a person's poor judgment and incredibly bad timing in making a request.
Oh my God.
Yes, yes, very difficult to enjoy Thanksgiving dinner once you've seen it in reverse.
Seen it in reverse. This is a darkly humorous euphemism for vomiting. Chandler is describing the traumatic memory of throwing up his Thanksgiving dinner. Seeing it in reverse is a creative and indirect way to describe the unpleasant physical experience, making a painful memory slightly more palatable through comedy. I ate some bad seafood and unfortunately saw my expensive lunch in reverse a few hours later. This uses dark humor to describe the act of throwing up after a meal.
Rachel, sweetheart, you're a terrible, terrible waitress. Really, really awful.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. I'm with you. But I'm trying really hard, and I think I'm doing better.
Rachel, sweetheart.
Sweetheart. While sweetheart can be a term of endearment, in this context, it's condescending. Terry, as Rachel's boss, uses it to soften the harsh criticism that follows. The tone is patronizing, as if he's speaking to a child. It's a way to sound friendly while delivering bad news, but it can often come across as insincere. Listen, sweetheart, maybe this kind of work just isn't for you. This shows how the word can be used to gently dismiss someone's capabilities in a professional setting.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. I'm with you.
I hear what you're saying. This is a common expression used to acknowledge someone's point without necessarily agreeing with it. It's a polite way to show you're listening before you present a counter-argument. Rachel uses it to validate Terry's criticism, right before she tries to convince him she's improving. I hear what you're saying about the budget, but I think this investment will pay off in the long run. It's a classic business phrase to respectfully acknowledge a concern while preparing to challenge it.
Set another place for Thanksgiving. My entire family thinks I have VD.
Tonight, on a very special blossom.
Looking good. Okay. Cider's mulling, turkey's turkeying, yams are yamming.
Set another place for Thanksgiving. My entire family thinks I have VD.
VD. VD is an abbreviation for venereal disease, which is an older, now less common term for what is currently known as an STD, sexually transmitted disease. Joey is saying this for comedic effect because he was on a public health poster and his family misinterpreted it, creating a hilarious Thanksgiving dilemma. In old movies, they often refer to STDs as VD, which can sound a bit dated to modern audiences. It explains that VD is an older term for a sensitive health topic.
Tonight, on a very special blossom.
On a very special blossom. This is a sarcastic reference to 90s American TV culture. A very special episode was a phrase used to advertise sitcom episodes that dealt with serious topics, like drugs or disease. Blossom was a popular sitcom at the time. Chandler is mocking Joey's dramatic situation by comparing it to one of those overly serious TV episodes. My brother announced he lost his job with such drama, I expected to hear a voiceover say, "Tonight on a very special episode." It shows how this phrase is used to humorously point out when someone is being overly dramatic about their problems.
Hope you learned something cool today with English by Movie. Hit like, subscribe for more, and let's chat in the comments. Don't miss what's coming next. Bye for now.